Hi garden friends, I am out here in our school garden with Miss Jessica and we are going to do our leaf model. So you're going to need science kit number 8. This is all about photosynthesis. So you have your written instructions and then the second page is your leaf model. I've already started cutting mine out. So for this kit you're going to need scissors, you're going to need a glue stick, and you're going to need, I'm going to use pencils. You could use crayons. I think markers will get too dark. So I'm going to use, you need a blue, a red, and a yellow. That way, so I'll show you an example. When you color in one of your pages, the nice thing about pencils is it colors light. And so you're not covering up your words so darkly that you can't still read them. So the first step is going to be to cut your leaf out of this pretty green paper. So I have cut my 2 pieces of leaf, and the one that has, looks like stripes, right? We learned last week that these are the veins of the leaf. Those are all the veins. This is the midrib of the leaf, which is kind of the primary vein, right? So you're gonna cut this one out and you're gonna fold it. There's sort of a dashed line, so you're gonna fold it and give it a little crease right there. Then you're going to cut the other part out, and you can see at the dashed line, this is giving you an idea of some of the internal structures of the leaf. So we have chloroplasts, and we have, what are my other little, I think, oh, these are my stoma. Okay, so this one's the top piece. The one with the lines is the top piece. The one with the internal structures is the bottom piece. So once you have that cut out, you're going to take your glue stick.
I'm sorry, Miss Sandra. I'm just going to take Alice off her leash. She's whining. Sorry, garden friends. I brought my dog today, and she has just got herself all tangled up underneath here. She got herself all tangled up. Come here. You're going to say hi to everybody. You're going to be very famous here at UELF, aren't you? Okay. You go be good. Okay. Go be good.
Girl.
Okay. Sorry.
That's okay. So we're going to take your glue stick, and you're going to put glue just on this portion up to the dashed line. Oh, some of my papers are blowing away. Thank you, Miss Jessica, for touching my papers. Oh, and you know what? You could also put glue on the stem piece. Those can stick together too. Okay, so let that set for just a minute so it sticks together. And then remember that crease we made. Now we can fold it up and I can see the internal structures.
That is so neat.
Isn't this the neatest project?
I can't wait to do this.
So I have a couple of different labels. So if you're in TK through 1st grade, you're going to have 4 labels. You're going to cut them out. So you're going to have a label that says sun. You'll have a label that says oxygen. You'll have one that says carbon dioxide. And you'll have one that says water. So you're going to cut those out. Now you'll see on some of mine I cut all the way to the arrow and some of them I didn't. You can do it either way, whatever you would like. So now let me double check my instructions. It says to color the sun label yellow and the water label blue. So let me get my water label colored. And it doesn't have to be super dark or super, you know, if there's a little bit of white showing, that's fine. I just thought adding some color here would be nice to kind of remind us. We all think of water as blue, right? I know it's not necessarily always blue. It's really kind of transparent, but sometimes it looks blue, sometimes it looks green, maybe brown if you've got muddy water, right? Okay, so I am going to glue the sun and the water onto the top portion of my leaf. Now, if you are a 2nd through 5th grader, your labels are a little bit different, and we'll get to those in just a minute. So I'm going to glue my sun here because my sunshine comes into the top of my leaf.
Oh, this ties in so well with photosynthesis.
And water, I don't know if you knew it, but water can go in and out of a leaf through things called stoma. So if you look at these kind of little hexagon, they're called pores. We have them in our skin too. So it's where the leaf is able to do gas exchange. So water vapor is able to come out of the leaf, as well as oxygen and carbon dioxide can go in and out of the leaf that way. So it's called stoma, S-T-O-M-A. That's the pore in the leaf where gas exchange takes place. Okay, so then my carbon dioxide and my oxygen, I am going to glue these on the inside of the leaf. Where'd my glue go? And I'm going to point them at a stoma.
Miss Sandra, you find the greatest lessons.
I have
lucky.
so much fun planning our lessons. So that's
really
where our
neat.
gas exchange takes place, in the stoma. So if you are TK through first, this is what your leaf model is going to look like. You'll have the sun and the water coming into the outside, and the carbon dioxide and the oxygen are moving through the inside of the leaf. All right, now let's check out what our 2nd through 5th graders have. They have a lot more labels because, as you get older, you're able to learn more information and retain it. So, for example, the difference here, they still have one that's basically about the sun. That label says energy from the sun absorbed by chlorophyll. Can you say chlorophyll with me? Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll.
That is the pigment inside a leaf that makes leaves look green. Chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is involved in photosynthesis. It is absorbing the energy from the sun during the process of photosynthesis. So now my 2nd through 5th graders, you should be able to cut these arrows out nice and neatly. And take your time, have fun with this. It's almost an art project, right? We're learning science, but we're also doing a little bit of art. It's kind of nice to be able to combine multiple subjects like that. Okay, so I'm gonna pull these off if I can't. Oop, nope, I guess I'm not. They're already really good and stuck. That's fine. So this one, energy from the sun, let me look at my instructions and make sure I don't forget. This one I'm going to color yellow because just like the one that says sun for my earlier students, this one is still focusing on the sun. So I'm going to color this one yellow. And again, that energy from the sun is going to be glued on the outside of the leaf because that's where the sunshine is coming, right? And that's where the leaf is absorbing that energy through its epidermis. Do we remember epidermis is the big word for skin? Nice job. So I can glue that. I'm just gonna glue mine kind of right on top of my other one. There we go. My sun is being absorbed through my epidermis. Oh. So if you are 2nd through 5th grade, you also have an oxygen and a water, and then you have, check this one out, glucose and oxygen are created in the chloroplasts. Chloroplasts are an internal structure where the chlorophyll resides, and they exchange or create the glucose by using the water and that oxygen. So they're creating, or this energy from the sun. They're creating glucose, which is a type of sugar. Let's see, table sugar is called sucrose, is that right? So yeah, there's lots of different types of sugar. Glucose is the one that plants create. And then, sorry, this is upside down, carbon dioxide enters through the stomata. Stomata is plural for stoma. So instead of saying stomas, plants don't have multiple stomas, they make it plural by saying stomata. So you have instructions on where those are all going to be glued. You're going to color the oxygen one blue and the glucose red. And we're going to, let's see, glucose, since it's on the inside of the leaf, that's created in the chloroplast. Whoops, sorry, Miss Jessica.
No worries.
It's going to get windy on us. So because the glucose is created on the inside of the leaf, I'm going to glue my glucose arrow to the inside of the leaf. Now we know that these are the stoma or multiple stomata, right? This little hexagon. And so guess what? These other little cells in here, those are my chloroplasts. So, oops, I didn't color it red. Let's get that red real quick.
This is fascinating. All this is happening in a leaf.
In a leaf. And think about how many leaves does a plant have? Plants have dozens or hundreds of leaves, depending on the plant, right?
Incredible.
All those leaves are working really hard to create
producing oxygen for us
glucose.
to breathe.
Exactly.
Taking carbon dioxide, which we breathe out, and creating oxygen.
That's right.
And sugar. Amazing.
So I also have, if you are 2nd through 5th grade, you have a few more labels here. Now, this one says stoma. This is upper epidermis. And then we have veins and chloroplasts. So we remember this is stoma. So I'm going to glue a stoma label to one of these. And then this is a chloroplast. So I'll glue my chloroplast label to one of those. And then if I look at the top of my leaf, these are the veins. And so you'll glue your vein label pointing to one of these. And then the whole surface of the top of the leaf is the upper epidermis. So you can just cut that out and glue it anywhere on the surface of the leaf. So that kind of ties back into the anatomy that we were learning last week, right? The upper epidermis. So in my 4th and 5th grade anatomy, leaf anatomy, you learned that the upper epidermis is the top of the leaf, and then the bottom of the leaf was called the lower epidermis. And they're a little bit different, right? If you look at a leaf, they're different on the top and the bottom. So that's why they have similar but different names. Okay, let's see. So you're going to do all of your labels. You're going to glue it on there. And then be sure and take a picture, and if you can upload it to the garden Google form, that would be great. Or upload it to your classroom. Share with your family. Maybe your aunt or uncle wants to learn about photosynthesis, and you can explain to them how the energy of the sun is absorbed by the leaf. And inside the chloroplasts, glucose is created. That gives the energy for the plant to grow. All right, garden friends, I hope you enjoy this activity, making your leaf model. Another idea, after you've done this, if you want to continue exploring how photosynthesis works and making more leaf models, you could make a leaf model out of Play-Doh. You could make a leaf model, a bigger one, out of construction paper or recycled items. Feel free to take the idea and use it creatively, however it works for you. Okay? Thanks, garden friends.
Thanks, Miss Sandra.
Thanks, Jessica.
Bye, everybody.